Good morning to dear judges, parents, and friends. I am Siddharth Suryakumar. Today my topic is going to be about environmental pollution. What is pollution? Pollution is anything that makes the earth dirty and unhealthy. Land, water, and air are all affected by pollution. Pollution fills our land with many things that we use in our daily life, such as food, games, school supplies, and electronics, end up in a large dump called landfills. Do you think landfills is healthy for animals and people? Not at all. Pollution is everywhere. It is in the air we breathe. Trucks, cars, and buses leak bad smoke from their engines. Next is water. How does this get polluted? This gets polluted with cleaners, paint, and chemicals. Did you know that dumping chemicals into the ocean can hurt sea creatures? This affects human beings too. We all can get sick when we eat the poison fish. How can we stop pollution? As long as people live on Earth, there is no way to completely stop pollution. But we all can create a better world if we all be mindful, responsible, and mindful in our surroundings. Finally, search for a solution to stop pollution. Solutions are there to perforate the air. Plant a tree which makes the earth pollution free. Mother Nature is so generous, so don't destroy it ever. Thank you for listening.
Fantastic, Siddharth. I enjoyed that. It was amazing. I loved your body language. You made everybody engage with you with whatever content that you were saying. I could have listened to anything because that's how expressive you were. And I like how you were kind of questioning the audience as well. And your smile, you kept smiling throughout the whole speech. Really nice, very nice. And about the planting the tree, amazing facts, amazing information. I also took that in quite a lot. And overall, you did such a great job. Thank you so much.
Good morning, Audible judges, parents, and friends. I'm Kavyasan Ramanan. Before introducing my topic, I would like to share a personal story that I experienced at school. One day, when I was playing basketball with my friends at recess, some grade 5 boys came to court and watched us play. We were all playing the game until one of the grade 5 boys came up and grabbed the ball from me. I didn't quite know why, so I asked him to give the ball back. But he threw the ball at my face and said, "You are a loser." He did the same to my friends too. Well, what do you think about this action, friends? Yes, it is absolute bullying. Today, my topic is going to be about bullying. Does anybody know what bullying is? Bullying is when one person or group deliberately tries to make someone upset, scared, or ashamed. Like in my experience, I was very upset. I told them to stop or I would tell the teacher. But do you know how they reacted, friends? They humiliated my name by calling me Kavyasan instead of Kavyasan. I physically and verbally got bullied, and I'm sure that we all would be bullied at least once in a lifetime. Bullying is a very serious matter that we should all be aware of and take into consideration. Bullying can often have painful effects, such as emotional distress, substance abuse, missing school, and sadly, suicide. According to recent studies, 20% of students are being bullied. 15% of students are skipping school to get away from bullying. And 10% of students are even switching schools to start all over again. But why should these kids be the one changing when bullies roam free all over the place? Why should people give in to bullies? I think we should stand up for ourselves with confidence. My mom always tells me to stay calm, but fearless to stand against bullying. All right, let's see how to prevent bullying. First of all, to help ourselves, we can act positive and redirect the bully's target. Second, we should all be aware of bullying through reading and discussing with parents and friends. Finally, we should all ask any teacher or any other adult to overcome the situation with no harm. Therefore, I promise to reach out to others who are bullied. Be a friend when I see bullying, not join who are bullying. And thank you for your time and opportunity.
Hi.
Hi.
Thank you for that powerful speech. Bullying, it was an important topic when we were in school, and it still is. And I'm glad at such a young age it is of concern to you. I love the hook. You began with the story. It really set the tone for the rest of the speech. And I thought it was also very courageous to share your own personal story on the stage. And I think myself, at least, I can definitely relate to it as well, with our names being mispronounced differently, right? Such an important concept. I loved your use of tone with some important points. It really drew me into what you were trying to say. I think overall it was such an impactful speech. Thank you for that.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm going to be talking about my trip today. My name is Akshaya, and I'm going to grade 4. The first place I went to was Iceland. We went to a hot spring called Blue Lagoon. When you're in the hot spring, you have to put a face mask on. It looked like it was glowing. As I went further and further into the water, it got so hot that I couldn't stand it anymore. Another cool thing we saw was a geyser where hot water splashes so high from a hole in the ground. The last thing we went on was a boat, and we saw birds called puffins. They were cute. In Iceland, the sun was almost always out. Next, we went to Berlin, Germany, and saw my mom's brother. We lost our luggages and had to buy everything again at the store. Then we found our luggages and had too many stuff. Germany was fun, and we tried new flavors of ice cream. Then we went to Paris, France. We saw the Eiffel Tower and went in it. It was a bit scary to look down from the top because it was so high, but the view was great. Then we went to a big park with a giant garden. Many people were relaxing on the grass, and it was so beautiful with the flowers and stones. Paris was pretty. Then we went to Switzerland. It was exciting to see a giant broken chair surrounded with many water fountains. Then we saw a flower clock. It was beautiful. We traveled by the train, and it took us to Matterhorn Mountain. It was a long walk up the mountain, and I was very tired. Then we went back on the train, and it took us to see many different views around the mountain. I really liked the small water fountains that came from the mountain. Then we went to a chocolate store and tasted many different kinds of chocolate. It was delicious. I had so much fun in Europe. This was our biggest trip I ever had, and it was the best vacation. I was also excited to come back home so that I can see my cousins and friends. Thank you for listening to my speech.
Hi, Akshaya.
Hi.
You did such a good job. I'm very impressed.
Thank you.
Do you like traveling?
Yeah.
You want to be a world traveler? No. It feels like you went through a lot, though, with losing your luggage and climbing up those mountains.
Yeah.
It's tiring, right? But I'm glad that you're back and you gave a very good speech. I was very impressed. There was a nice flow. You said everything that happened in a logical order. The only thing is maybe next time a little bit more hand gestures because you went on this big adventure. So that was the only thing, but otherwise, very well done. Very well done. Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kristen Armstrong, a famous athlete, once said that when we focus on our gratitude, the tide of disappointment goes out and the tide of love rushes in. Everyone, please close your eyes for a few seconds and think about the people whom you feel thankful for. Please thank them for a few seconds. Good afternoon to the respected judges, parents, and my dear friends. Today, I will be expressing the benefits of expressing gratitude. Thank you is a small phrase comprising of only 2 words, but its true meaning is abstract. It represents courtesy, compassion, love, respect, and friendship, which are all very essential to our daily lives. In fact, thank you in Malay means received with love. Just by saying the word thank you, so many benefits are created. A neurological test conducted in 2015 reported that having experienced gratitude can create a hormone called serotonin, which makes us feel good. One of the treatment stages for individuals with depression is trying to express their gratitude as well. We are blessed with so many fortunes that sometimes we forget to remember them and exploit them in the wrong way. How many of you agree with me that we are blessed to have clean drinking water? Please raise your hands. Food, water, air, and most importantly, the people who have helped us. These are some of the biggest things we should be grateful for. I'm sure all of us feel grateful for living in Canada and having access to all the basic necessities. Approximately 2,195 children die every day due to diarrhea, but Canadians waste more than 250,000 liters of drinking water every day. Now, I would like to tell a small poem on gratitude. If you woke up this morning healthy, be grateful that you have good health. If you have parents to take care of you, be extremely fortunate. If you can speak, write, or read, be extremely grateful as there are nearly 2 million people who do not have access to any of these. If you have a house, food, and clothes, be grateful as there are many people who are homeless. Friends, please believe me when I say this. The joy and devotion one experiences while expressing gratitude cannot be obtained by any other means. Showing gratitude is the best way to represent what you feel grateful for. Finally, I would like to end my speech by telling that be grateful for what you have. Thank you for listening.
Hi, Sachin.
Hi.
Hey. Amazing topic.
Thank you.
I truly am one of those people who believe that you have to be grateful every day. Wake up in the morning and say at least 5 things that you're grateful for. The only thing that the whole speech was fantastic.
Thank you.
Amazing. The only thing that I would say is that it was a little bit rushed. It seemed like a little rushed because you were trying to get through the whole sentences a little faster. A little bit pauses or a little slower would have been perfect. And another thing would be, I love the fact that you engaged the audience to participate and more eye contact. These are very minor things. And other than that, I have nothing else to say. It was a fantastic speech.
Thank you.
Loved it. Thank you.
What are water bottles, school chairs, trash cans, and storage bins? What's something we see and use almost every single day? The answer is plastic. Did you know that the world produces 260 million tons of plastic each year? Wow, that's approximately equivalent to the weight of 10 million completely loaded garbage trucks. Good day to you all. My name is Arun, and I'm going to talk about plastic, its use, and how it affects the world. Well, first up, what's plastic? According to plasticsmakeitpossible.com, plastics are made from materials found in nature, called polymers, which include natural gas, oil, coal, minerals, and plants. Currently, there are thousands of different kinds of plastic in the world, in which many start with poly, since plastic is made of polymers. All plastics contain carbon and hydrogen, although some also have oxygen, sulfur, and nitrogen, Thocko states. In our day-to-day life, from packaging to products, we use plastic, including me, as I use plastic pretty much every single day. As humans, we have become more dependent on plastic for a range of uses. Many plastics we use nowadays are single-use plastics, meaning you can only use it once and then throw it away, such as plastic bags, straws, soda cans, and etc. As plastics are used every day in so many different ways, some of it doesn't get recycled properly. Some recent statistics show that 8 million tons of plastic end up in our oceans each year. Now that's a lot. And let's think about it. Who would all this plastic affect, and what effect would it have on the oceans? Firstly, this would have a negative effect on all the animals living there. And secondly, this would pollute the waters, which would also become bad for the animals. And how does all this plastic end up in the oceans, you may ask? Well, there's several ways, but to name a few, for example, while garbage is being transported to landfills, or when garbage is lying on the ground as litter, it could be blown away, since plastic is lightweight. Some plastic products are very small, like toothpaste caps, and can go down your drain. But hold on, this is not it. A lot of plastic also ends up in our landfills as well, because people don't know how to recycle plastic properly. National Geographic states that 79% out of 300 million tons of plastic still remain in our landfills and lying around in the natural environment as litter, resulting in only 21% that gets recycled properly each year. And with all this plastic roaming around in the environment and oceans, approximately 100,000 marine creatures and 1 million birds die each year from consuming this plastic, some statistics say. Plus, remember, one plastic bag can kill numerous animals because it takes plastic 1,000 years to decompose. But before I end my speech, here's some quick tips on what we can do to prevent plastic pollution. Number 1, reduce your plastic waste. Number 2, reuse. For example, bring your own reusable bags to the grocery store. And number 3, refuse the usage of single-use plastics because it's on us to save the world. Thank you.
Thank you for being so patient while we had set up and everything. That took a lot of bravery to stand up there, so thank you for that. That was a great speech on plastic. It's a current topic with everything that's going on in the world right now with the environment, so we learned a lot. You appealed to the logical sense. You gave a lot of great evidences. You used great statistics and numbers, so we learned a lot with that. Some of the scientific terms you used, great pronunciation of that as well. I like how you used your hand gestures to list out how we can make some improvements with our use of plastic, so that was great. I like how you used your voice to emphasize on important facts and numbers, which really stood out and kind of resonates with the listeners, right? I think moving forward, maybe you can lay out some of the stats that you don't need, because I feel like a lot of numbers were given. You used a lot of great statistics, but maybe minimizing on that. But overall, it was a really great speech, and I learned a lot about plastics.
Thank you.